Korean border, and it's absolutely no one's surprised it didn't take long for them to be detained.
I'm currently standing on Chinese soil, but I'm actually the closest any person possibly can be to North Korea. Is it 7?
Any person can be.
Yeah, I feel like that was kind of a dumb idea even for Sam Pepper. And if you know anything about this guy, the bar isn't set too high. Because Sam Pepper originally became relevant back in the 2013 to 2015 prank.
So who is he? Who is he? Him? He? Who is he? Shit, man. I mean, North Korea, I ain't gonna know who the hell that is.
And with his new fame and influence came multiple questionable decisions, like grabbing people's butt prank and kidnapping and executing your best friend prank. Yes, this is the same guy who thought staging a prank where he kidnapped his best friend and faked executing him in front of his buddy's terrified eyes was peak entertainment. And yes, this actually happened a decade ago, which is insane to think about. A good reminder that time really does fly. Then, in about 2017, when IRL streaming really started to take off thanks to Ice Poseidon, he was pretty quick to pivot into this niche and stayed fairly under the radar, except for that one moment where FouseyTube screamed at him on the No Jumper podcast.
We are not the same. I'm a champion. You're beta. I'm an alpha. I'm a lion.
That's a yes from me on that one.
Fousey really has just been on like an on and off crash out stage for about a decade as well. But back to Sam Pepper. After the kidnapping stunt in 2015, you would think he might have hit rock bottom there, but no. Sam managed to dig himself even deeper when he got involved in the infamous Save the Kids crypto scam. In short, Sam promoted this like charity-focused token, but behind the scenes, Sam allegedly was tweaking the token's anti-dump mechanisms, allowing him and other influencers to instantly cash out big, cashing in the value and leaving fans holding worthless crypto. And I mean, this just absolutely obliterated the reputation and careers of some of the original FaZe Clan members as well, who somehow were convinced into being a part of this absolute dumpster fire as well. But after being MIA for a while, he crawled back out of whatever hole he was hiding in and landed on Kick.com IRL streaming to capitalize on this new wave of IRL streaming on that platform. And if I was to recap his entire Kick saga, this video would be like an hour long. But Sam was out there in Asia with Ice Poseidon and that crew when they were doing their whole Asia tour a few months back. He then had a falling out with Ice and then started solo traveling and streaming around Asia. Most recently, he's now in China. And specifically, him and a friend decided to go to the North Korean border on the Chinese side to, I guess, see what would happen while live streaming there.
I'm currently standing on Chinese soil, but I'm actually the closest any person possibly can be to North Korea. Yes, the other side of that green fence, just right there, is North Korea. And if you look all the way into the distance, if I zoom in, there is North Korean people just on the other side of that fence. That's a North Korean person right there. Maybe I can get them to wave to me. Actually, they're never going to be able to see me. They're kind of a little bit far away. And like, there's little farms over there. I saw like someone walking his cow, and like over here is like the patrol tower where they like check what's going on. And then there's really nice, beautiful mountains over here. Look how green and luscious they are. And right there is a bridge, and it's the only bridge in this area that connects China and North Korea together. I think in the next video we're going to go and check that out.
I mean, dudes are essentially clip farming in the North Korean border like we were doing back in 2019 outside of Area 1 year.
It's like Halloween, but we're just annoying people.
The only difference is the outcome is a little bit more predictable when you're on U.S. soil and you don't F around. At least if you're an American right now.
With the sirens on. Yes. Let me do talking. I'm from England and he's from Germany. Well, we came to film some videos. It's an interesting town for us. We wanted to look over, see North Korea and see what's going on.
拍些视频。我们来这里拍摄一些视频，因为
这个拿来一下，有没有 passport？ 护照？没有呀。passport？ Yes. No, of course he's gonna want yours. Just do it then.
I never.
But no, this is not a situation. Just trust me.
I feel like Sam has said this before to other friends. For example, like Drew Sharing. Then they ended up getting arrested together. Shout out Drew though. He's actually killing it right now. But now apparently the police want to take him back to the police station.
I'd rather not go to the police station. No, it's a little scary for me. I'd rather not go to the police station. It's a little scary for me. We can talk here if you like. I'd rather not go to the police station. It's a little scary for me. We can talk here if you like.
开车不去警察局吗？我有点害怕。如果你愿意的话，可以在这里谈谈。不行，没事，不用害怕。那个，我们只是做一个简单的了解一些情况，因为咱们这个语言确实有些不太方便。熊总他们来了，他们说他们一路过来。Don't be afraid of that.
Right. We can use the. Well, we can use the translator here and we can talk. It's no problem.
So the police tell him to essentially move across the street into the shade to continue the conversation, all while they still have their passports.
Hopefully we got our passports back, otherwise we're Chinese citizens fully.
Who saw us? There are cameras probably somewhere there, right?
What?
There are cameras probably somewhere there.
I mean,
no, I think the construction workers might have called. Like, oh, by the way, there's, you know, like doing that job.
Yeah.
Let's just cross like right to this, no, right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so after being detained there for over an hour, they ended up letting him go after they interviewed them about their plans, where they're going, and what they were doing moving forward. The only problem is, it seems like they weren't fully truthful about their plans. And then later on, they actually admitted that on the stream.
It's a pity that you have to travel, and I wish you a safe journey on the... Thank you, amazing. Bye-bye. You guys are great. We love you guys. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you. Thanks for your nice wishes. It's pleasant time with you guys. We'll do it again.
Bro,
Now
just
take a
dipping.
replay and record.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
去哪儿？
Yeah, take us.
The rest.
You can take us back to where you got us from. I think that was very interesting.
Bro, tweaking.
Extremely interesting. The best what can happen. 10 of 10. But we are still here, so.
What if you can create your own website by saying, this
Chat,
is what
bro,
I want?
tweaking, though.
With Wix, you can.
My
I feel
fault,
like that
though.
went about as well as it
Just
could. All
checking
of
the
Asia seems to be a
stream
high
out.
alert when it comes to IRL streamers. Then, of course, things become even more heightened when IRL streamers go to the North
That's
Korean
good,
border.
though.
There we go.
Very calculated conversations and
Yeah,
how I
we
hide
good.
everything and like,
In the movements are like, it was perfect.
Yeah, chat.
That's exactly how you have to do it.
and I have great videos, but maybe I should post them when I leave China.
Yes.
Yeah,
And after we gave them exactly your number from the hotel,
that's fine.
I had 0.
No, but bro,
Yeah,
they called the hotel. They called it.
Yeah,
so if I would have lied to them, they would have just called the hotel.
I would give them just not exactly, just 2 numbers next rooms. Because not, they basically, I think
Yes, but they called them. I watched
Really?
them. Yes.
I don't know about you, but that's not really a conversation that I feel like should be streamed while they're still currently in China.
I knew that one was like I knew that one we had to be really careful with, for sure.
Yeah, they saw the chat, right? They saw it.
What?
They saw the chat, but I didn't realize what it is. The police.
No, he did.
Yes, I know.
No, he realized completely what it was. He said, "Are you live streaming?"
Really?
The Chinese really know about live streaming. He saw the chat and he said, "Are you live streaming?" Like quickly locked the phone.
Well, I mean, if you're so worried about it, why are you still streaming then? I mean, this might not be the last time they run into the police over there. Inherently,
Oh,
at least from
tweaking.
what I could see, they weren't doing anything wrong here. But when you're admitting to misleading the police and government officials and wanting to do so while you're still there, I'm not sure that's the smartest thing to do. If you visit China, I mean, you're
but he
playing by
didn't
their
do no
rules. So
crazy
there's no
stuff,
real
though,
reason or point to try to sneak around them there, because why would you ever
think
risk
he
being
was doing
flagged
no
and
crazy
brought into some
stuff. He was
situation over
just
there? That
chilling.
just sounds like an overall bad time for no upside whatsoever. Because in China, police can actually detain someone for a maximum of 37 days without formally arresting them. I don't know about you guys, but that would be something I would want to avoid at all costs. But I'm also speaking as someone who's never been to mainland China. I've only been to Hong Kong. I actually had a great time there and I didn't have a single problem. But I was also on like a heightened, I am on my absolute best behavior while I was out there. And I definitely would never try to mislead or hide anything from law enforcement out there. But either way, as I said previously, this went pretty much about as good as it could go. And that was the story of how 2 absolute goobers got detained at the North Korean border for their own live stream content. So hey, if you're new here, feel free to subscribe.
I mean, it wasn't no crazy stuff though. I thought it was gonna be crazy though, like, you know what I mean? Like really, really crazy. If y'all know what I'm trying to say though, like.